Hello, my dear Taurus. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between August 16 and August 31st, 2017, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can contact me at queenofcupstarot@outlook.com. So I will do a shorter mid-month reading this time after many requested it, and I will use the Mary L. Tarot by Mary White. So I call the divine, with love and light, and I call the four archangels in the four corners of the world, and I call the six elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Taurus viewers. So I want my dear Taurus to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So, my dear Taurus, I also want to take the chance to tell you about Mercury moving retrograde in Virgo since August 14. We will have a solar eclipse in Leo, August 21st. Also, Mars is in Leo, so it will be a lot of fire this month. Sun and Moon moves into Virgo. August 26th of August. No, yeah, 22nd of August. Sorry, and moves from and Venus moves from Cancer to Leo. We'll see, Cancer on the 26th of August, sorry, joining there with Mars. So all the slow-going planets are moving retrograde, except from Jupiter that is moving direct in Libra. So Saturn is moving retrograde in Sagittarius. Uranus is moving retrograde in Aries. Neptune is moving retrograde in Pisces. And Pluto is moving retrograde in Capricorn. For you, Taurus, nothing specific is really going on in your sign. So I want the last card for Taurus for the future, probably September or fall of 2017 for Taurus. Okay, thank you. One last card. So this will be the mid-month spread. The spread that I will do for the beginning of the month will be as you know it from before, so no changes there. Okay. So the first card for you here is Eight of Swords, and Eight of Swords is coming upside down. So Eight of Swords traditionally is being locked in, being fenced in some way, being in kind of a mental prison, sometimes of your own making. Sometimes other people pressure you to behave in a certain way that's not coming natural for you. But this Eight of Swords is a little bit more subtle. It's either you are fenced in or fenced out. So, but here with this coming upside down, it will probably tell you that you are free. Okay, you have freed yourself. You have freed yourself from some kind of lockdown that you were experienced before. Maybe you were unable to leave an unpleasant situation because you felt attached to it. With the Eight of Swords, it can sometimes be that you are you have this deep connection also to people, and you don't want to hurt them, you don't want to live without them, and you're just trying kind of to behave to fit in or to get them to love you and things like that. So it might be that you have found yourself more like you don't need that so much anymore. You want people to love you for the one person that you are, instead of you trying to bend yourself over backwards to fit in. So I think Taurus have been freeing yourself from some old imprisoning situation, or some situation where you were kept out maybe from your dream or kept locked inside a situation where you were unable to move freely. So that's very good news, Taurus. And the next card is Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands is fire. It's usually Aries. It can be Leo or Sagittarius as well. And Queen of Wands is probably what made you break free in the first place. We have had some kind of revolution going on, especially with codependent people or people trying to be very nice, like with the Eight of Swords, how you try to be nice and bend over backwards for people and kind of changing your natural behavior. The Queen of Wands doesn't change her natural behavior so much. She is full of self-respect and also full of experience. So she has learned to love herself and all her passionate attributes. She feels very aligned with her soul, and she wants to express that in the world. She's not feeling like she's not good enough and that she needs to contain herself. The Queen of Wands is the one that raises those little cubblings. So she needs to be strong and show those small cubblings also how to be strong and how to live their life in dignity and honor. So I think you have gotten much more self-respect, Taurus. I think you feel much more aligned with yourself, that you love yourself better and you're not questioning yourself so much and judging yourself so much and thinking, well, if I do that, who will get hurt? And if I say that, who will get hurt? Of course, we should always be nice in the way that we put our words in a nice way. We can take in people's feelings into consideration. If you are a very fragile person, you will use maybe smaller words, like lower the tone of your voice and speak with more like a calmer voice and use things that can't easily get misunderstood. So that's a nice way to be. Queen of Wands can do that, but she won't. If someone is acting rude to her, she won't act nice. She will be rude back in a very kind of witty way. And she still will be grounded and not getting furious. She can get furious as well, but usually she will be rather grounded because she loves herself. So she doesn't feel the other person's actions like a threat. She feels like that person is acting the way they do. It's on them. It's not about me. So therefore the Queen of Wands can be rather loving as well and rather warm and considerate, but she won't let someone push her into something that she don't want or have a bad behavior or disrespect her. Then she will become like a furious lion or a tiger or dragon even. So Queen of Wands is probably you. You might also have this element of fire in your outside, like a person, and it's probably someone that you can trust and rely on and that's fighting for you, because if there was someone that would oppose you, they would probably come like this in reverse, because I'm shuffling these cards in another way. I usually have the cards in the right direction, but as it's so big cards, I can't shuffle them in my ordinary way. So they will jump out and I will take the card, and then they will either come up words or flip downwards, and it will be also depending on how I pick them up, like if I pick them up so or so. And all that is kind of orchestrated with me channeling whatever your message is going to be, so you don't have to bother. And if you see I'm doing something that's seem backwards, trust your own intuition, because sometimes there will be a diversity of messages. So I will maybe interpret a card in one way and you will have another interpretation. So that's fine, because you listen to your own instincts first and foremost. But here, since you come upright like this, it's probably someone supporting you if it's on the outside, but they can sometimes support you in a way that you might not really like. They might tell you the truth, for example, because the Eight of Swords is sometimes not realizing the truth. You know the truth, but you don't realize it because you don't want to have trouble or put yourself into trouble. But the Queen of Wands, she's not afraid of trouble, so she will tell you exactly what you need to do to get yourself out of there. So that's a really good friend, like a person telling you the truth, but not in a way that will hurt your feelings. She will do so in a, or he, it might be a he as well. He will just have those feminine qualities of being like a little bit of a caretaker. You see that she's a caretaker, okay? So the next card is Three of Discs, and it comes upside down. So Three of Discs is usually like some kind of consensus that you're trying to work out, some kind of consensus in a family or in a relationship or in a work-related situation. You want to work something out, and you see this is caretakers as well, but it comes on the flip side. So I think this is about you, Taurus, being maybe too much of a caretaker. And the Queen of Wands will help you, this entity within you and also maybe on the outside of you, will help you to not put everyone else's interest before your own. It's like when you're traveling by aeroplane and the staff there are giving you the instruction how to give yourself oxygen first and your children later, because you need to have oxygen so you will be awake to help other people. So you need to take care of yourself first before you can help other people. And I think this is something that you have realized, because the cards is coming out in a way that suggests this, that you now have realized that you need to take care of yourself first, and then your children, your partner, your work situation or whatever. So this is very much of listening to your body as well. Some of you might have had like kind of physical health problems. I can put them like that. Health problems that indicate that you are not taking good care of yourself. And this is something that you have realized. So this is very good, and it's in the past. So it's something that you have realized. For other people, it might be that you have a fallout with a Queen of Wands, or they have a fallout with you being like the Queen of Wands. And that is all right if it's like that, because this is a work in progress, I see. And you don't have to be fearful if you have put down your foot somewhere and told people no. Then that's health in that, and it's going to improve your health as well. It's going to help you to restore your own energy and build back your inner universe and take better care of you. Take better care of your inner child probably as well. Especially that inner child that's a little bit revolutionary, like very strong. You see this orange coloring. So if you have a fallout, it's all right. Detached from it and don't worry so much about it. You were probably right, okay? You were probably right. Relax. And if you weren't, mistakes are okay, and it will be it will probably solve itself like further along the road. If people are really important to each other, they don't make petty arguments be in the way of their love, so they will recycle, come back, okay? But what you did here was probably to restore your health, to restore your mental health, to restore your strength, to restore your belief in yourself, to restore your own abundance and self-respect, self-love. Very healthy. It's good. Okay. So that was in the past, probably kind of July, early August, and this is in the now. So here we have an Ace of Wands. I wasn't sure if it came out flip-sided or not. I'm not really that aware when I'm doing your readings. I'm more up in my, like, in my body, in my feelings, feeling all the messages coming through. So I'm a little bit preoccupied. But Ace of Wands, anyway, it's a card about holding a lot of energy. And we see that this person is not really up to the task. They might have fly a little bit close to the sun and burn themselves. So that's usually what happens when you deal with a Ace of Wands, because it's actually the highest energy card in the whole deck despite the sun. So if you burn yourself, that's totally normal. And if you feel like this, it's also totally normal. It's a new energy. It's brand new. It's Ace of Wands. It's probably your newfound strength. So you're not really used to it. You're not really like up to speed with how to use it without burning the whole world. So take it a little bit, be a little bit careful. No, I don't. Yes, okay, be a little bit careful. You don't have to scream and shout at people. But if you want to, click off the phone when you're talking to them or something like that, it's okay, because it's better than you bursting into flames. Because you don't want to burn bridges in this process. It's like you're very young in some part. You might have not had access to your strength in a very, 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 very long time, okay? So you have forgotten how to use it in a balanced way. And that's okay. So people will forgive you if you are bursting out in flames because of some insignificant thing happening, because you are learning how to deal with fire. You are learning how to deal with your own inner strength. And first it will be like not so well calibrated maybe. But the Ace of Wands is maturity. It's something that wants to mature. It's something that wants to grow. It's something that you are going to have use of. It's pure energy. It's like you're getting more access to your own energy from your own soul. So it's good things, but it's just like you need to crawl maybe before you can learn to walk or even stand up. So be a little bit diplomatic. Things might come out inside of you and you want to maybe even strangle people, but don't do that. Just say, I am really angry with you right now. It might also be sexual feelings, like I see here with the Ace of Wands and Queen of Wands. For some of you, you will be very passionate in love with someone, or someone is passionate in love with you. And it's not so much maybe those water beautiful feelings of love, more sexual attraction and falling in love with someone instantly with the first gaze at them. So someone might desire you as well, and it might be someone that's younger than you, or maybe a situation that might be inappropriate in some way. But it's just mirroring your new awakened soul, like all soul parts within you that has been dormant and sleeping are now waking up. So you want to be nice towards those people that's coming to you with attraction, but maybe not accepting their offer, but because to keep your soul parts that you have been awakening with you, changing your behavior, to not locking yourself down, to keep those soul parts, there's a little bit of work. You can't go back to your old habits, lock yourself down, not live a full life, because then they will leave you again. And you need those soul parts because they are part of you, and they are part of your energy. And here we have two of discs, and it come on the flip side here, and we can see that this is like a person that have died. And I like to do I have seen this card once before, and I feel that it's like compost. It's like this thing that is going to be turned to fertile earth that can contain new life. So when you die, you get those pennies before your eyes, so you can have something to pay the ferryman with going over the river Styx. And what I feel with your Taurus is that you have done something and you have exhausted yourself. You have exhausted yourself, and you're not going to be able to continue to do things in the old way that you did before. It's not healthy for your soul, and kind of your inner strength won't really allow it. It's done. So for some of you, you will really miss this old part of yourself where you were really well organized. You knew everything about the rules, how to be in a social situation, how to make people not upset with you because you didn't follow the rules, and it's over because your body couldn't contain this anymore. you couldn't do this anymore to your body. It was not aligned with you anymore. So if you have stressed yourself with trying to be good and have high moral standards, maybe obtaining a household or being everything for everyone at work, this is not going to be your aim anymore. You don't have energy to waste on this. It's not your responsibility anymore. For some of you, you might have like a situation that has grown up and now matured, so you need to let them go. People need to take their own responsibility. And it's like you have been over-functioning in some way and taking too much responsibility, and now you are kind of worn out. So you need to lay here like compost, and wait for, it's like you're resting a little bit, maybe not doing so much at all. You have this new energy to your disposal, but I don't see that you will use it in the end of August. You will rather need to rest and restore your energy, making the earth fertile enough to bear new seeds. So resting is really important. Some of you might not be able to go back to work after your vacation, your summer vacation, if you're living in the northern hemisphere, or your winter vacation if you're living in the southern, because the energy is out. It's like something has been done. It's already done. You can't do anything more in that department. You have two of discs upside down. That's two of pentacles. Also 3 of discs upside down. For discs, there's a lot of different things. You can say bricks, pentacles, discs. It's different. It's coins. It's earth anyway. And the earth is not working together with you right now. It has said, well, we are in winter setting, kind of. It's nothing growing here right now. Nothing. Okay, so you might have changed your situation or your location or whatever, but I don't think you have much energy to use in this new circumstance. So you just need to accept it, because you have been running on fumes for a very long time, and now those fumes are also ended. There's no fuel and there's no fume. So nothing, no energy for you, but it's going to be restored. But you need to rest and not do so much for this to be able to happen. And here you have a 7 of Swords. Yeah, the 8 of Swords upside down, and the 7 of Swords comes upright. And we see here it's snakes and it's ravens, so it's very much a death symbol. But it's also this sneaky thing, like people being very smart and cunning. So I think that you have people in your surrounding that might use you a little bit, and maybe use your bad conscience to make you do stuff. They know how to manipulate you into being subordinate, or triggering you to do things that they want you to do. It's almost like an authority having control of you, but it doesn't have to be. It's someone just being very it's swords, so they are good with their mind to calculate, like, if I say this, he will do that. So be mindful of people in your surrounding that still they're standing there with their whip and still try to manipulate you with bad consciousness or things like this to do certain things that you did before, but you are not able to do them anymore. So I think you need to be very straightforward, both with your own capacity and with your own lies and others people's lies, because some of you might feel like you're losing your self-worth a little bit when you're not able to do the things that you kind of require of yourself. Imagine that you have gotten help from someone and you want to help them back, but you're not in the state right now to help anyone. So you might come out with a lie and tell people stupid things to cover up that that you are feeling guilty for not being able to be there in the way that you have been there before. So you really need, I think you need to tell people around you how it is. Like, tell them exactly how it is. I'm in a place right now where I am dealing with a lot of stuff and renewing myself, and I don't have any energy. So I'm sorry I dropped the ball on you. I weren't able to help you with this, or I can't go on that second date I promised, or I won't be able to continue this task I promised you. If you have old things that have been like laying in the backwaters, things that you weren't able to do or deal with. It might have been things that you have promised to do and you weren't able to fulfill them. I think you need to call those people, or call into that situation and declare that I won't be able to do this. Because it's like you have energy attached to you that's hanging on to you. It's obligations and things that you actually need to get rid of. You will never have time probably, or the strength to do those things. So it's better to say, I won't be able to do those things. I will have to decline. I'm sorry. I know I promised, but things have changed and I'm not going to have time or strength to do this what I promised. It's better to be straight and honest, because in other case, it's like it's your body that's putting restraint on you. You don't have the energy, so it's true. And why lie about it? It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's something you have used up all your energy, and it's done. So you don't have to lie. It's just going to give you like bad karma in some way. You are going to have to, deal with that later. It's going to come out and bite you in the ass. So be frank with people. I really loved to work in this new place where I gotten, but I feel I don't have the strength. I will call myself in sick, because there's something wrong with me right now. It's nothing wrong with you, actually. It's just that you have been doing things towards yourself that weren't healthy, and now you are going to have to stop, because the world is going to need you in your rightful place in the future. So this is all about restoring your energy to have it when it's going to be needed in the future, because you are going to change your destiny right now. It's like a timeline has been going in a certain direction, and now it will just change. It's like a parallel direction that have been following, and you will be on that train instead. So you're changing trains at the station, and you just need to be at that station doing kind of nothing for a while, and be honest with it as well, that something is happening with me. There's some process going on, and I'm sorry I don't have the strength that I had before, and I'm just going to drop the ball on you. And if I ever coming back to my normal state, I will pick up that thing again, and we can continue with what we were doing. But for right now, I need to have some time for myself, and maybe your family as well, because I feel family might need to be important for you in this state, because you are not going to be able to really maybe even take care of yourself for a while. It might be that it's nothing wrong with you, okay? It's something that's turning right inside of you. So you don't have to worry. Just relax, go with the flow, kind of give in, no resistance to this. It's your body that's in charge over this ship now, okay? So you have nothing to say about it. It has taken charge because you were not a good master in some way. You overdone it in some way. You have done it too much, helped too many people, something like that, okay? So future for Taurus, and we have a Queen of Swords coming upside down as well. So Queen of Swords upside down, it's a little bit scary, to be honest. Like when she comes in the right side position, she can be scary enough. She's like, she sees right through you, and she knows everything about you, and you can't lie before her, because she will just know, and she will caught you in the act lying. So You see, it's the ravens again, and ravens, they see things, they know things, they know also bad things before they are going to happen. So I think you might be very scared in this situation because you felt like you were in the know, you were in the control, you had everything arranged. It was like you were juggling the whole world here, and it was fine, because it gave you some kind of superficial self-worth, to be good, to do good, to work hard, to be well organized, to be performing. It gave you some self-value in the eyes of others. So now I think you see yourself like a failure in the eyes of others. And that is something you will have to deal with. So just feel that feeling, stay with that, and kind of start to not care about what other people think about you and your capacity. Your capacity is 0 right now, so that's the truth. And they can think whatever they want about that. It's really about them and not about you. But when you, with the Eight of Swords, it's kind of the same thing, that in this state you are thinking too much about rules and what other people thinks, and what the culture tradition states, and how much you need to work or put into a situation to be worth loving or worth living. And now this is over, and you are going to start with a new beginning where will have your soul intact, not giving all your daily energy. Imagine that you get like 100% energy each and every day. Like 80% might be needed for just, getting you by the day. And the rest of the 20%, it's like you have been just giving it away. So you have nothing for yourself. So don't bother with thinking about the gossip, what people will think, or that you are losing status, or losing your titles, job titles, title as being married, title as being this and this and this and that and that and that. It was nothing. It was not you. It was your ego. It was your persona, and that persona is actually about to die, not literally, but the old way, the way that you have been doing things before, it's not going to be the way that you are doing things in the future. You are in a big process of change, Taurus. And the Queen of Swords, don't bother about her. And if you have this inside of yourself when you're thinking, well, this and this and this and this, it's not done, and everything is waiting for me, and it will be piling up, and stress is getting to you. Don't mind about that. Feel your body instead. Maybe watch a nice movie, read a good book, eat chocolate, whatever you need to do to make yourself happy and to not think so much, because this thought is stealing the rest of your energy, and you can't let it do that because you don't have so much left. Okay, so don't continue tormenting yourself. It's very, very, very important. Okay, and the next card, it's the Chariot. So you are going nowhere, Taurus. You are going nowhere. You are not going to travel anywhere. You are not going to well, you might be travel somewhere, but if you do, you will do so in a slow pace, okay? And you will do so maybe with others helping you, because you have no energy, you have no and it's your body restoring itself, because your soul wants to take place in your body, and it can't in the state that you're in because you have exhausted yourself. So with the Chariot, you are going nowhere. All the things that you have planned, they are on halt and on store, and it's good because we're anyway going into Mercury retrograde. So stay at home, stay put, or stay out in nature could be good, restoring your energy. Hug a tree, listen to the birds, go swimming, maybe go for a holiday trip. But if you do, you might have trouble with getting there in time and things like this, because you have both the Two of Discs and the Chariot upside down here. So it's saying that there will be delays, and you don't have the energy to fix those delays. So you will be like, well, whatever happens, happens, and you will drag your bags to the airport, and if it will be delayed, you will lay flat on the ground and fall asleep there somewhere, and maybe miss the next flight. It can be like this because your energy levels is really low. But to put yourself in a place where other can take care of you, like traveling to family or traveling to a a beautiful hotel or something that can be really a restoration for your soul. So I actually recommend that, but somewhere that you don't have to do a lot of stuff, just being taken care of, kind of. So no big plans for you. All the plans that the Queen of Swords might have organized, they are out the window, so to speak. And here you also have the world upside down and the 21 world. So it's like you don't want to leave your old world to embrace this new one. You have so much, you got so much love here with helping other people or doing things for them, and you felt this feeling of being appreciated and being important for people, and you were the one that they turned to, and now everything that just need to let it go. You just need to let it go. Something else is going to come that's much better. It might be like up the same alley with you helping people, but not you helping people with you giving of your own your own energy that should have been for you. It won't be like that anymore. So you will have trouble with this, accepting this or ending this old cycle, but it's nothing you can do about it. Go with the flow here. Don't try to resist. Don't try to use your lost energy to, sort out some problems or something like that. If you have children, of course, you need to give them food and do those things, but really put your bar really low. It's my advice, because in other case you might get real health issues. Okay, not fake ones, but real ones, and I don't want that for you. So. And if you have had like real health issues in the past, this is the time when you are going to heal that, if you're just going with the flow. Non-resistance. Go with the flow, okay? So, what is it? What is it? The old thing. I will use, this is the Druid Craft Tarot by Philip and Stephanie Carr-Gome, and it's illustrated by Will Worthington. And I will use it as an oracle card here for your past, what it is in the past that you need to leave behind you. And those cards are very slippery and they are very heavy, very silky, so it's hard to get jumpers. But here it came. Okay, and it's the King of Swords upside down. So you have been in control, you have had iron control of everything. It's like you have run a corporation or a big family household or your own company, something like that, or just being very, very well organized and have all your ducks in a row, and everything has been like perfect. You have tried to be perfect, and now it's the time to be in imperfection. You are not going to be perfect anymore. You're not going to help it, but you are just going to have to deal with the limits that your body is putting on you, and no control. I leave the control up to the divine, and it's like you don't even have the capacity to take care of yourself anymore. And if you have had people in your surrounding like whipping you to do certain things or stealing your energy by not being supportive, they actually need to get their ducks in a row instead and start helping you, because you have been giving too much to them, and it's time for them to give back and actually take care of you this time. So if you have problems with letting other people help you, this is really the time to let other people in and let them help you. It's not something to be ashamed of. This is not something that is because you are a bad person or you didn't do the right thing. This is a total paradigm shift. You have been living your life in one way, and now it's like you're leaving the old. It's like you're leaving also, it's like generations doing the same thing that you're leaving behind, and you're going to do things in a new order, in a better order, that's more in tune with your soul. So this is your soul doing this. It's just enjoy the ride, even if it will be like a little bit bumpy and slow, and maybe you won't even have the energy to look at television. Maybe you will just lie in a pile somewhere. It might be as bad for some of you. And for some of you, you will have like still enough energy, but then this is a warning that that energy will end, and you you need to look at those things that I have been talking about already here before you hit that bump in the road. And it might not even be a bump in that case, because if you know your destiny, you can actually change it by taking the right precautions and steering your ship in the right direction where your soul wants you to go. So this can be a pre-warning for some of you getting like burned out or losing all your energy. So this is going to be about your future. And the future is this healing. 47. I might want to read that to you. It's from this Oracle of Visions by Cyril Marchetti, and it's card number 47. Healing, caring, friendship. The power of love to change bodies is legendary, built into folklore, common sense, and everyday experience. Love moves the flesh, it pushes matter around. This is what's going to happen to you. You are going to lay still as much as you can, and the divine is going to heal you, and people around you are going to have to heal you too. They are going to have to help you. Throughout history, tendering, loving care has uniformly been recognized as a valuable element in healing. If healing is to make one whole and love is a path of healing, then the healing energy of a loving friendship is a sacred act. This card is an indication to either give or receive that healing energy of love. And it's no time for Taurus to give anything. It's time to receive. You have been given everything of yourself. You have nothing left. A woman appears to rest or sleep in a circle of healing light. If we could see Reiki energy as though it were radiant light, it would perhaps look like this. The flawless circle suggests perfection and completeness. So it's perfection. This what's happening is meant to be. It's supposed to be exactly like this. No resistance, okay? Hand reaches out to send help and heal. They suggest that one of the main reasons we are here is to love and heal one another. A simple touch or caring gesture from a friend can mean so much. So for those of you dealing with Taurus people, cross-watching for Taurus, be nice, okay? And if they are not acting like their usual self, this is what they are going through. So be there, take care of them, bring them soup or pie, okay? And loving, tender care. And of course, this might be for some of you the other way around, like you have a person in your surrounding that's falling through the grid, so to speak, and now you know why they are doing this, and that they actually need you to be there for them now. So okay, my dear Taurus, I hope this helped, and it wasn't shorter at all, but the message that wants to come through, and I lose track of time when I do this. I just wake up when the reading is done and I see, oh, it has been 43 minutes. So thank you for joining me on this beautiful spiritual journey into a new humankind that will actually take care of each other, make no more wars, and heal the planet. I'm so grateful for being a part of this, and for you joining me and doing this. It's so beautiful. So I hope to see you again in the beginning of September. Okay, bye bye.